Welcome to Twin Flame Abundance Live, in which we talk about twin flame topics that go back to your ever rich source, because that's how you are connected in your union with the flow of ever being rich in the heart, in the mind, in the divine mind, where you're part of with your twin flame. And that's not a metaphor. That's not a fantasy either. It is just absolute reality. And you can feel that, you can sense that. It is here in all the cells of your body. They are vibrating with this source love that is so abundant, that is only giving. So that's the place from which I come to you in many videos, and a live video such as this one we do on Saturdays every week, and with many resources such as those I present in the Facebook group, where you would be very welcome. There's a lot of self-study opportunity there. But recently I saw that there's actually an enormous misunderstanding about that. So maybe I will just address that in short and quite direct here. Self-study in the Facebook group is awesome, and it's 100% meant for you. And I love that you can use that. But the real start to the going deeper that will lead you to the harmonious union consciousness state that is here for Twin Flames, that it is all about, comes when you go deeper with me and invest. And that is when it will be truly made come true for you. And I'm so much looking forward to do that part of the journey with you as well, always. So maybe good to know. Today, we are going to look at, I was already looking at it, of course, look at the oracle cards. I have a collection of them here, and we're just going to intuitively go to them for this question. What will the Twin Flame School be about? Because that's what's coming up. That's what comes next. That's what comes soon to you. Broadcast to you in your living room. Yeah, that's true. It is online. And I will provide it together with Divine Mother that backs me up in everything that we do, because I hardly do anything. It is just that you, through me, are connected to Divine Mother. That's what we do here. It's not about me. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too. So there seems to be a huge other misunderstanding around. So maybe let's, address that one, too, real quick. Very short and direct. And that is that when you pay me, you pay me. And I must be very needy because I talk about investing. So that's a big misunderstanding too. You pay me to use my relationship that I have with Divine Mother so that she will help you. Through me, you invest in Divine Mother. That's actually the only one that does anything here. It's not really me. I am on the internet to stand for Divine Mother, and the basis of that is our friendship, for sure. But I do stand here for Divine Mother. I don't stand for myself, and that is also in your investment. Also, you invest in yourself and the results that you want. And that's what it is about, that I talk about. I don't talk about anything else. And no, I also don't talk about my needs being met. My needs are already met. So it's not about me. So that's maybe good to know, that you invest in your relationship with the Divine Mother. And I'm just the person that needs to represent her because we need someone there, right? Otherwise, there is no relationship. So that's how it works. So, yes, it's the School of Divine Mother that is going to be built. Oh my gosh. And we're actually building it in all these things, in the free options, in the donation-based options, in the self-study options, and in the going deeper while you invest options that are already existing, that were already existing for years. And then it just broadens and it just roots. And we start up the group year course, and that is going to be real soon. And that really starts to feel more like, oh, now it starts to feel more like a school. So, of course, everything is the school, but when the group year course starts up, oh gosh, then it's really more like a school, right? You can come in the group, you can have relationships broad with your sisters and brothers. It will be a reoccurring thing every week, and the idea is that you stay for, well, I would advise 3 years, and things will unfold for you, and we're just going to experience that with each other, what that is, and it'll be the unfoldment of your twin flame romance, for sure. That is 100% certain. And the special thing about this year group or the school, where it becomes more the school, will be that besides every time there will be attention for your inner work, spiritual progress to go to your true twin flame in harmonious union, we also at the same time, we just pass along all these topics, life topics, business topics, spiritual topics, self care topics. And every month there's a new topic. And there's a year cycle for these topics. And we do that because, did you notice? Everything in life changes. When you come in the harmonious union consciousness state for true twin flames, it might still look the same, but everything is actually also very different there. So it's just beautiful to connect yourself in the heart with all these life topics from the twin flame perspective, the twin flame core, the twin flame, yeah, central place where you come from there. And that's what we're going to do in that course every month. A theme that you can dive deep in, and not only for a month, but a lot of the topics in the month are actually topics that could be drawn out for years. And I will be also presenting you with material that you could draw out for years most of the time. I certainly did, when I developed all of it in the last 20 years. And these are some of the topics: creativity, meditation, healing, soul love and money, food and health, writing, business, senses and communication, co creation and coaching, art, or what makes you feel good. What about that for the definition of art? Sexuality, of course, as well. And there will be another part of things that you can buy as extra too. And this has also monthly themes. And they sound like this: energy resonance, entrepreneurship, energetic strategizing, sexual magic, relationship, going deeper, master your miracles, reset and appreciate, choosing your goal, harmonious union, golden flow, creative identity and life mission, and an extra bonus one: start the path. All right. These are also topics that you could go on with over and over and over. So this is just super great. And I just have so much material that I put in these topics that are completely integrated into the, yeah, sort of the background energetic spiritual theory that we use here, that you can read in my books. And it's just a completely interrelating system in which you can explore your union, your sexuality in your union, what you feel good about in your union, your mission in your union, how to support your mission with a mission business. There's a complete mission business course inside of it too. Express yourself in union. So maybe you want to write a book about what you experienced and how to do that. I have a whole book writing course that I put in it too. How to support yourself with good food and health, body practices that feel real good and are tested and found legit after so many years of practicing and learning. It's going to be awesome because all these topics ask for like an alignment, an attunement with where twin flames really come from. And where they really come from is they are a connection, they are a gateway to the divine directly. So all these life topics also are connected into that field right there. And you can explore that. Meanwhile, there's just also every week is we're going to just tap into your heart and feel what's happening now for you with your twin flame and how we can work with that and how we can deepen it for you there so that you fall into peace right there as well with the true twin flame inner work, with the key tool that turns everything around with 4 steps. Then I will guide that for you. And while you feel that guided for you, your brothers and sisters are there too, and they feel the same thing because so many of the things we have in common with each other, right? And we can go through these inner works together. And it's very powerful because that just it just strengthens each other's inner work. It becomes more and more powerful when you share it. So it's just an augmentation of the twin flame healing power that can be present. And we'll also have every month an order. In week 1, we'll do a certain way of approaching it. In week 2, we'll have another way of approaching it. In week 3, we have another way of approaching it. In week 4, we close it off with a little bit of yoga meditational body posture gesture that heals your energy field in what we've learned that month. So, and that repeats every month as well. So that's just going to be such a beautiful way to like guide yourself into the work and seal it at the end of the month every month as well. So yeah, that's my idea. But you know, we're just that's the idea, and I called it. I have names for it, of course. It is actually like a twin flame school, right? And it's deeply spiritual. It tunes you into the absolute classic spiritual journey at the same time. So it's a mystery school too. That's why I called this video the Twin Flame Mystery School, and we're going to talk about what that is. We're going to get cards for it, right? But I also called it the Life Magic School. And what about this? Petra's Life Magic School. Yay. So maybe that's better. But that also like stands for the whole thing that I stand for, you know. And the actual name of this year course, how I think about it at this moment, is actually Twin Flame Abundance Now. That's the name of the year course. Year group course. Group year course. Now, well, anyway, There you go. But you get the idea. Or not yet. That's why we're going to get cards. Yeah, I already see the first deck that wants to come up. So let's start. And well, am I, or was I going to do the other one first and then we start here? Maybe that's better. I just feel like I need to sneeze. Like maybe that comes first? No. Okay. So let's see. The my own card deck. And we're going to do a 4-card reading, just like last week, with place 1 resources. Resources for this school group year course. The goal will be place 2. The foundation will be place 3. And what will be the essence of it? Place 4. So let's do that. I think that's a good one, right? What can you expect? Why would you do this? You know, what does it bring you? What the heck? Do you need to go to school for Twin Flame Union? Twin Flame lifestyle, you know, that's the point. It's the whole lifestyle. How I teach it is, well, that is how Divine Mother says it is. And I say that with Divine Mother because that's what I experienced myself. Of course, I have already walked that path. It's the only way to be able to teach it. 3 cards. Let's see if we can get the 4th. And, oh, well, okay, this one. 4. The Union and Mission cards of my own making. I lost the train of thought that I had, so let's just start with the first card. About what are the resources, maybe in this school, that it's based on? Yeah, I guess that's it. Revealing of what is created and the value of it. Acknowledge your news manifestation. C3.4. And we have like a body of water, and underwater there's this infinity symbol that is moving. It's like as if it's vibrating. And the vibration carries far underwater to all kinds of shores where it will be received. Let's see what the booklet says about that. Living your energy signature. So it's about resources for the group. So it looks like we're going to use the resources that are inside of you. Living your energy signature. You already have that, you know, you already are an energy being. So we're going to use what is inside of you to develop you into going the direction of what is a twin flame conducive lifestyle. Maybe that's where I got when I lost the train of my thoughts. You know, it's about creating an entire lifestyle and you want to also maintain that. So you actually want to go through this year group course continually to just be fed and fed and fed, because the harmonious twin flame union state of consciousness that it is about, that it will bring you to, and then acknowledge you in it, and then maintain it and sustain it for you moving forward while you keep on learning more about all these topics year round, and how to keep on developing in these topics with the alignment and attunement fit for twin flames in harmonious twin flame union. So it's like an ongoing feeding, a nourishment of that harmonious twin flame union state of being that you first move towards, then arrive into, and then develop and maintain, right? And bloom into and have fruit in it, etc. Living your inner energy signature. Let's read the cards. Meaning, acknowledging yourself for where you truly are helps. Not where you think you are while you are, in fact, kidding yourself and others as well. A real disservice to those that will fall for it unknowingly. This can happen quite unconsciously when you are at the same time fooling yourself. But we do not need to be judgmental about this. See it for what it is. Forgive yourself, feel the ground underneath the lie, stand on it, and move further to new grounds. Acknowledging yourself comes first. And then when we move on this true ground, others can acknowledge us there if they wish. You acknowledge yourself firstly, right? Primarily. You reveal the value of the moment, of yourself, of your relations with others through this process. Your creation is the same as your truth, and blessed is the moment in which a new truth surfaces in its fullness. In the holistic business of me economy, which is your soul economy in harmonious twin flame union, you do indeed have the patience to let the truth surface. This goes for the creation of services so that your offer is truthful. But this also goes for your position in your network. Your position when you are working from the soul is often unclear for third parties. They could really possibly not see you. And this can lead to many misunderstandings that you will need to navigate by making a choice between being assertive or letting the other be, depending on the situation. Sometimes more people will fall away than you ever could have foreseen on this journey of soulful self acknowledgement. Once you go through the gate, you will paradoxically still arrive at your soul abundance. And that is not always socially or financially made out of the biggest numbers. However, it is made out of peace. It is appropriate for and is your silent and enormous contribution to a new heaven on earth. Standing on your own and living your own story is what will attract your tribe, whether this will be slow or fast, in huge numbers or all at once or in drops. Show who and what you are, have patience and energies, and your energy signature and tribe collide, tribe and whatnot. But of course, if you live your energy signature, you attract your true twin flame to you, who is your true tribe in the most core sense, right? So yeah, that's the first thing that will happen. And then you will see that you also have a mission there and that will attract your tribe as well. That's also beautiful. This book at this point is a lot of the time geared towards mission, but I will also make entries for union. I will rewrite this book for when I one day bring out the cards that I already worked a decade on. By the way, it's a lot of work, but very rewarding. Um, it just talks a lot about, I mean, a core of it is living your energy signature, but we often misunderstand ourselves in what it is. And you really have to take that literally. It happens a lot. And you need to take that literally. It happens to everybody. Oh, oh, we were for a moment away, but now we're back. All right. So you need to take that literally. Most experience that in the journey where we think we are a certain way, but that's not actually right. You misunderstand yourself. You think, for instance, that you're very love and light, but you're actually subtly manipulating people and yourself in the first place. And these kinds of things are quite common. And what what is meant here is that you need to come to the truth of your energy signature and then purify that. So the point can be like, oh, I think I'm so much love and light, but that's a misperception. I actually am subtly emotionally manipulating. Without judging that, that's the truth. So that is the actual energy that is present in you. And then you confront that, and then you can purify that. And then maybe you could say that only then you get to know your actual energy signature, that you truly are in union, and that you're meant to live as mission, and that you will find in an harmonious twin flame union that is purified enough so that they can also come together in the flesh, in physicality, in material world. That's what you find there. And that's really a basic of what we actually will be doing in this whole twin flame course. And we'll work with the resources that are in you, the energy that is in you, and you will get to know yourself in this new way. Like, oh, maybe I thought I was this, but the actual reality of my energy is that. And then I can purify that and come to the deeper energy truth of how I'm actually meant to be energetically in my union. And everyone will go through that development. And I also went through that. I I was apparently projecting outward in my energy 20 years ago something completely different, absolutely completely different than I thought it was. I thought I agreed so much with my spiritual teacher that through the agreement of it, as it were, I was with him in that energy, and my energy was longing for it. And that seemed in a sense like, oh, so I have it. But it was not true. And I was told many times 20 years ago that I had a misunderstanding about where I thought I was, because I was very clearly, apparently to my teacher, not that. I was not living in the actual energetics of source. I was living an alternative energetics that was placed on top of it as some sort of a mask. And I did not understand that. I did not know that. I thought I was really doing my best, some sort of like, but I do my best. So what is the problem? But it was, of course, never against me. And it was never to judge me, but it was simply the truth, so that a layer would fall away that was only preventing me from developing further. And when that layer had gone, I would just be immediately there where my entire abundance of my soul really was and really lived. So there was nothing missing, but it was exactly this phenomenon. So I know everything about it. Um, there's no shame or guilt necessary for it. That's just one of the things you will go through in the process. And I think the school and the year course will be a very fit place for you to like land in this phenomenon, like come home in it. And so that you start to live who you actually are in your union, in your purified union. And that'll make everything so easy with your true twin flame when you really want to meet them and date them and have the relationship on, and make steps in the relationship and get married and have a family and have a mission and have a life together. That will be totally smoothed out when you have such inner energy, spiritual questions resolved inside of you. It's all in your blind spot, what we now talk about. So that's why it's so good to go to these kinds of courses with a spiritual teacher, so that this can be seen and moved through, so that it will be smoothed out. Because I think for many people, when you meet your twin flame and you want to be together with them, what will happen very quickly is that you will have this explosion of all the unconscious trauma and repressed contents of your psychological system. And then people are completely and utterly shocked and want to run away as quickly as they can, or they run away and then they say they did it. But that's a mutual thing, because you're true twin flames and otherwise you're not true twin flames. So, and that is logic, because twin flames don't live on that mask area. They live underneath it in the truth of what you are. So if you already start to tune into the truth of what you are instead of that masking layer that you think you are, then you can prevent. Sorry, it's just there's such an enormous surge of energy and breath that comes to me in this enormously inspired lives that are just some sort of grasping for air all the time here now. But I think in a couple minutes I will be different, and I might not need so much extra air. We'll see. It develops. So you might not need this stage of this mutual bursting out of all the repressed things and the repressed anger and the repressed psychological issues that you have been holding on but didn't know since forever. And they too. And you don't need to go through that incredible conflicting phase, in a sense, where you work that out until it is peaceful. But you already start to lay that down in the course. That's why it comes down to. Gosh. All right. So we're going to work with your material, your energy. That is actually the main thing. So we just use what you bring, what you have, what you got, what your honest heart is giving us in the group course. And that's what we work with. That's the material, that's the resources. And we're just going to see what that is and what you share and what's true about it and what's a mask about it, and purify that. Yeah. And so it's your energy that you can feel in all these topics as well, that we'll see during the year. What's your energy, your truth of it, and your falsity of it. In the topic of what your true creativity is, or in the topic of what your true sexuality is, or in the topic of what your true expression is, in the topic of what your true meditation is. And we'll just research that. So it opens you up in all these topics, right? All right, let's go to the next card in the next position. And the position is called goal. So, what will be the goal of this school or group course? A simple yet essential innovation. Coach Innovator Manifestation D 1.4. So, we have the Vesica Pisces again, the middle part of the two intersecting circles. This looks like two wedding rings, isn't it? Two wedding bands. All right. It's a symbol for the inner heart. Okay, what's the goal? Oh, these cards are bang on again with these positions. Oh my gosh, the goal of this school is this is what the card's title is. Union consciousness. Well, couldn't it be clearer? Could it be clearer? No. That's very clear. The goal is creating union consciousness inside of you. Because what do you think that will come out of that? Twin flame union in the flesh, lived in the world with your senses, with your body, right? Starts at your consciousness level. And that's what you want. You want it to start there because then it will be peaceful. Then it will be sustainable. Then it will be real. Then it will be connected to the divine. And when you let it start at, well, as long as we live in a house together, it's good enough for me. Okay, well, maybe, who knows? But we start with let's go to create union consciousness first. Because if you then start to live in a house, then you know that that house will be peaceful. That's actually what you want. You don't want to build a brick wall around a fight, right? You want to have a peaceful relationship and then move into a brick building. You want to have that order. Okay, union consciousness. Let's read. The manifestation of simplicity is the full union consciousness. How exactly this looks in the form is not really known. It is foremostly the consciousness that is different, through which the entire situation will be perceived differently. This union gives a truth of being with your true twin flame in a harmonious relationship with source as checkpoint in between, from which you perceive relationships, business, creations, and so on for the value they truly have. This change is a quantum leap relative to your earlier consciousness. The transformation could not have eluded you when you have truthfully arrived. This can bring forward shifts that will not be understood or appreciated by everyone. You may say that you do not need to shift. However, where is your integrity then? In some situations, you will see that no other options are available anymore. You have to shift. It is therefore important to see that these are shifts that will rise from a personal perspective temporarily, be experienced as unwelcome, but the union consciousness from which they originate still makes that they are the best and most loving and social that can be done. You will need to learn now that being not understood indicates the start from healing codependency, and your source relationship will grow to learn and bloom, will come to grow and bloom. This will become visible slowly and attract the ones that do fit with your natural being. You have lived through innovation personally until the most grand consequences. You are made to go through it right now, or are on the brink of starting an episode to go deeper in this transformative direction. You are someone that lives union consciousness and acts from it. Your creational power augments enormously from that. All powers of the universe gather behind your soul connected goals. There's the word goals. This card was the goal. The goal is union consciousness. All powers of the universe gather behind your soul connected goals. That is what we're going to do in the school. It is a simple innovation because you just come to yourself. You are union consciousness. And the goal of the school, of this course, of this year course, is to reach it, to make it come true, to make it be alive for you. All right. Awesome. Awesome. I think that was pretty clear, right? Pretty clear. So the next card on the next position is going to be foundation. So what is this founded on? What is it resting on? What is underneath it all? Let's see. In the group course that is coming up, from the inner inherent value to the outer realized value. Acknowledger, affirmer, what? C 1.2. So we see this heart that is sort of drifting in water waves underneath the water. Throw your heart in the water. Throw your heart in the feeling lake with divine water. Right? Throw your heart in it. From the inner inherent value to the outer realized value. Well, that's what we all want. The foundation is that. You go from the inner to the outer. That's the foundation. Makes sense, right? We work from the inner to the outer. Here we go in the booklet. Uncouple to connect. This is the foundation. When your heart is submerged into the water of your soul and saturated by it, then that is a fulfillment in itself. In a practical daily life, then follows letting go. It can feel like a sort of uncouplement to see that which your heart longs for so deeply submerged in the water and float alone in there, seemingly directionless. You want to help out and you feel worked up to give your heart directions, but instead, wait and see what direction it takes by itself. Have patience. This realized value goes its own way. Now it is in the reality. It knows its own laws of operation. You are like a mother that follows her creation, her child, with interest on a distance. Now it starts to take shape. You can, however, bring some order to the way in which you stay vigilant with it. Your commitment is to have a look into that regularly. You enjoy the beauty of it and stay distant from control. Here is it is important to know what codependency is and what is being anchored in the soul. The first is a dependency of the value of your creation, whatever it is. And the second is being interdependent with the source of yourself and trusting that the other and the creation will also conduct themselves according to that internal anchored relationship. Now you can grow in relationship, in freedom, relating with. You have come into your own in the relationship with Source. You have created something, and you trust that it will find its way now on its own. You guide the process of being in relationship, interdependent with people without codependency. Awesome. Yeah, so go correctly from the inner world to the outer world. You don't, when it has come into being, when you met the twin flame, when you are in union, you don't at that very time, grab them and devour them. That's not how that works. You start to deal with that in a sort of uncouple to connect way. You don't jump on them, but you trust that you're both connected to that inner place where you came from. And that is the trust where you know that you will be bound there, but not unhealthily grabbing each other in the form, because it's not even necessary. And it will undo the quality of life that it has because of you're actually coming from the inside. That's where you were born as twin flames, where everyone is born in consciousness. So that's the foundation that we use in the school. We are led by the inner world of Divine Mother, helped by the Master Magician, aided by the 72 angels of God. And we trust that. We trust there's an order in the group. And Divine Mother organizes that, not us. We don't need to grab onto each other. We can just allow each other in the group to have that inner healing process and trust that it's the right process and let it unfold and do its thing and just by experiencing that together, touch each other, influence each other by the grace of that source, not by the grace of grabbing each other and making each other do something. The school will be guided by love. And what will be the essence of it all? What will be the essence of this whole school idea, this whole group idea? Well, here it is. Well, we have a lot of vibrating um, eternity symbols, isn't it? From the created to the acknowledgement of the news value. All right. So the essence has something to do with that. You are already a harmonious union. That's what you are. And now we're going to feel that, be that in the flesh, in the material world, and acknowledge that. That's the essence. C 3.2 sounds correct to me. The card's title is Enrich the World. Take softly in your hand what is of value. Do not manipulate it. Instead, care for it. It is a drop of the highest value and it costs no effort to make it flow through your fingers to the other places where it is needed most, in yourself and in your environment. Ease is important here because only then the flow comes without effort. Yes, your place in the flow of life is of the highest importance. This is the biggest acknowledgement of your role without being overly demonstrative about it. You have in your hands without having in your hands, and that is the correct attunement for value. You will be seen when you see yourself in that. The space you give by not coming forward ostentatiously will become filled by the universe with loving results and people that can become clients. Or are your twin flame, of course. Congratulations, this is truly what having means. Keeping means to keep the flow through, to let the flow through. Okay. The flow of life runs through you as well. It flows in a unique way. Only through you, this specific value comes into the world to enrich it. You are free while you still have in your hands what the world needs. In freedom, you can share and shape this unique intersection in which essential value and the thirst of the world come together. You feel where this point lies for others too. All right, so the essence of the school is being free with the value that you already are. You are it. And now you're also going to acknowledge that you are it in the world without putting it on your ego. And that's what will be accomplished through the school. That's the essence of it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Couldn't have said it better. What a revelation. These kinds of readings we do together are just some sort of a research. It's like researching in the meaning of spiritual life, in consciousness itself, and we just research what the divine will tell us about the truth of these matters. And there we are. Couldn't have said it better. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Really beautiful. And these cards with these four positions, resources, goal, foundation, and essence, are so bang on again, just like last week. Really, really amazing. So this was the other deck that I almost thought like it wanted to come first. And it is the life purpose deck. Options. You have options. Okay. For sure. It is about the options. In the whole year, of course, there are many topics. You can do them all. They will be presented to you all, but you can, of course, also choose. Like this year, I'm going to study actually only the business elements because that's my personal path that I'm going to take through this matter while staying in tune every week with the Twin Flame Inner Work in the group. School. Well, don't need to say anything about that, I guess. That's what we're talking about. It's a school, but it's also a lifestyle, but it's also tuning in with the divine. It's doing yourself a service. It's growing up in all these, how do you say, magic resources, magic systems. It's giving yourself a chance to mature inside of your spiritual energy system that is supporting your twin flame union and acknowledging your inner child. Children is this card's name. It's just like Jesus is leading the children forward or something. But this Jesus has wings too, so it's like an archangel Michael kind of figure or something. But maybe you also get to know that you want to work with children. Who knows? Maybe you want to pass on what it all brings to children. Maybe you want to pass on what twin flame work is to children. Who knows? And you can develop into a professional that can do that while you go the journey, while you tap into the energy of the union all the time and make your inner strides that are necessary for you to reach the harmonious union twin flame consciousness for twin flames, in which you can make it all real and physical, etc. Right? Leadership. Take the lead. We're all going to be leaders in that school of what we develop in ourselves, what you develop in yourself as a specialty during the time that you're doing it. Are you going to look into all the meditational and healing resources for some years? And are you going to specialize in bringing that across to children? I don't know. It's just an idea. Meanwhile, tuning into your heart, reaching harmonious twin flame union, sustaining it, maintaining it as a consciousness state, and starting to build your union, starting to learn what your true mission is, seeing that it had everything to do with what you were choosing, but you just need to attune it a little bit in harmonious union and then mature in it by staying the course a little bit and just lead your beautiful life with all of it, union and mission. I think these sorts of things will become possible through it, you know? That's what we're aiming at. And yeah, that's just what we're doing here already. That's why we're aiming for it in that year group course. Abundance, twin flame abundance now. Right? That's why we're aiming for it. It's a twin flame mystery school. We aim for it because that's already what we're doing here, but then more organized and in the group. So the dragon phase want to talk. So here we go. How can I translate that? Lady Gryan, open your heart. All right. Yeah, this is so beautiful. Look that little dragon in her hand that she holds before her chest. So cute. Yeah, it is all about opening your heart. That's how you can enroll in this group course and how you will have success inside of it and how you will grow inside of it and have your harmonious twin flame union inside of it. It all depends on opening your heart. So true, you know. You can do so many techniques, you can do so many courses, you can do so many, I don't know, business ideas and so many meditation courses and I don't know what. But if your heart is not open, then it doesn't really matter, you know. It just doesn't even create the results that you came for. So that's really core. That's really core. Yeah, yeah. But you're also going to learn to open your heart. You know, it's going to be a progressing thing, and that's also, I mean, it is the main curriculum to open your heart while we come together weekly. That's the main curriculum to slowly start to open your heart more and more, to heal what you find there more and more. Every week, opening your heart. That's what it's going to be about. It's the main curriculum. I mean, it's cool that I have collected the like union consciousness aligned information that is really workable in so many topics and provide you with it and can guide you in it and whatnot. You can use it and grow in it and whatnot. But that only makes sense because the core of it is that we will be opening our hearts every week. That's that is the actual curriculum. So now you know. That's going to be the actual curriculum. And another dragon fake card wanted to come forward. Grandmother magic. I will console you. And don't we have so much to be consoled about? Because all our sadnesses and grief are letting go of things that we no longer need, but that were so valuable to us in the past for some sort of reason. We will feel that when we open the heart in a week on a weekly basis in a group. And it will be a lot of heart crying in a cleansing way, right? That's what we'll look at, what will happen. And grandmother magic will for sure um, console you. And it looks a lot like divine mother as well. She will console you. I mean that is also such a core thing. That is just that creates it. That creates everything because you want to open your heart, but maybe it's not open yet. Maybe you're not conscious of that, but that's a lot of the time, of course, the case. That's why it's the curriculum to open it more and more. And how do you open it more and more? By allowing the sadness to come out. to truly grieve what is not you, what was never you, what is not union, what is not the union identity that you have. The Mary Magdalene cards want to talk. These? Well, we'll do just quick things, you know. Why wait long? All right, so we have, intimacy. It will be very intimate. And you will arrive in the intimacy of life, in the intimacy of the true twin flame union. That you will find is a relationship that already exists, is already flowing inside your heart. In the intimacy of your heart, you will find that twin flame flow, and you will be shocked because it was already there. It was already going on. The relationship was already happening. And now you join it. You join it. And that is as literal as it gets. I'm not kidding you. Maybe you're still like, but my twin flame, Petra, is in New Zealand and I live in the Netherlands. That's the other side of the world. Do you understand how difficult my situation is? But the intimacy is here, and it's always you that can repair, that you go back there and be there. And there you will find them and meet them and be together with them. And that's law. And you will find solutions for the practical problems. And we live in a time in which it's pretty much very easy, so no worries, right? You can communicate over the entire world in a second. So, okay, color. Well, that's of course your emotional coloring and your expression and just the you, the unique you that will come forward, the unique you that you will find there and that you will develop there, and the colors that will heal you and the expressions that will feel fitting for you. That's all that we're going to explore. That is for sure the case. It is a lot about expressing yourself, what the workbooks will be about, what you will be doing together with like students among each other. You will be interviewing each other, learning things together. You will get to know yourself in another way. You will get to know the relationship in another way because you are a relationship. That's your identity. You are the twin flame relationship, which is a parallel to that you are a relationship with God itself, which is some sort of the same, right? The true twin flame truly exists. It is another person, right? It's all what you hope it is. It is. It is a romance. It's another person. It's your ultimate lover. But your sense of what you are will change. You get to know that you are a relationship, and that is truly your identity. And you're going to experience more and more what that means. And I don't know, it will be so awesome. And how you express yourself will be explored, and what you love, what kind of communication you like, if you like to make jokes, if you love painting, you're going to explore all of that as a nourishment of your expression. Don't you just love that? What are the colors of your expression? I mean, that's what you get to know. I have worked for 3 years, I think, by now almost, on expressing myself in the colors of my clothes and my well, my backgrounds and my wardrobe. That's one thing that I, for instance, did inside Harmonious Union Consciousness State, which was a beautiful unfoldment. And yeah, that was just literally color. Color work was part of my wardrobe redo and getting to know myself in a new way in wardrobe. The color was a big part of that. And I remembered suddenly that the mother of a teenage friend had done this color seasonal color analysis on me. And I remembered suddenly that my season was bright spring. And I was like, gosh, I need to start over. So I was already like working for 1.5 year on searching on these, secondhand websites for what kind of clothes I liked, and because I needed new clothes, but I didn't have a big budget. But for a couple of bucks, you can just get online secondhand clothes of all kinds and a huge catalog. So I was like starting to, and I was needing another size too. So I was looking at sizes, I was looking at styles, and I was looking at color. And well, yeah, I was looking at color until 1.5 years into this whole endeavor of mine, a very creative endeavor that I loved a lot. I realized that I needed to start over basically because I did the colors wrong. And this dress is from the first half still. But I didn't have my colors right. So, but I think it's it's okay. I think it's okay. Oops. Oh, I was shuffling the personal wisdom cards and 3 flew out by now. So let's go to that and leave the wardrobe story for what it was. Only when I can say no, there can be a yes. A true yes. A yes that is truly a yes. Awesome. I think that has everything to do with expressing yourself, right? And also, just what I said, when I knew that the colors were no and no, I knew what my colors were a yes. Which colors were the yes, right? So it's just getting to know yourself on so many ways in life, but now in the union attuned way. You already know the answer. You just only have to let it in. So did you know? I trust the process I'm in. I don't try to force an outcome. That's what we are going to do in the school. Okay, I'm feeling the vampires. I'm feeling the vampires. So we're talking still. Cards, we're talking still so that you hear it. Cards, we're talking about Petra's Live Magic School that will release the Twin Flame Abundance Now year group course real soon. And what will it be about? What the heck is it about? Why do we do that and stuff? Hunter, aggressor, looking around for solutions, bringing something forward. All right. A hunter for maybe you need to be a hunter for the truth. A hunter with passion for who you truly are. A hunter with the passion to know what is actually going on in your union and how to live it best. I'm just having a look in the booklet now. The part of you that is active, strong, and powerful, bring it to expression. There comes a time to really do that. And that there is a time in which you need to actively search for what you desire, actively research what it is that fits you. So that's what you're going to do in the group year course. It is time to get to know what you want truly. Be very clear about it. Don't ask someone else for it. You know what to do. And when you are looking on the outside, what fits you, you are at the very same time also looking on the inside. And you need to find that piece of yourself that has the courage to chase that piece that you want for yourself. Be honest about that. You want harmonious twin flame union. Be honest about that. And allow yourself to go for it. And we have the Oracle of Change with the Transformers. Wolf Girl. It is good to be alone. Card 18. I am alone, and that's okay. I don't mind to be alone, says the Wolf Girl. When I am alone at this moment, that's okay. I am just myself, and that's allowed. I am, though, changing. And this transformation I can do without the influence of outside. And know that in the Abundance, Twin Flame Abundance Now year group course, you will transform into the you that is the union itself. So that's the alone. Even though it's only you that will take your seat in the course. It's still your union that we're actually talking about here. That is the one that sort of attends through you. So don't be influenced by other people. Just do your own transformation process. That's the important thing that you need to do. Don't think like, oh, but people will find this weird. I've never done such a course. What will the neighbors say? Well, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What does matter is that angels will support you. The 72 angels of God. I just found out that they wanted to support my mission. I didn't know, but I'd never wanted to be an angel lady or something. But when I was far enough in the whole process of, yes, first reaching my harmonious twin flame union, but also then within the transformation of becoming an actual twin flame spiritual teacher, which is a given from the universe to me that I can't undo anymore. It is something that I received and that is part of my being now. And it just attracts for you what the harmonious twin flame union is for you. When you are close to me, that's actually almost enough already. I'm not kidding you, because we do talk about like a divine transmission. That's like in the invisible world. That's an essence of what I do here. When that was in a far enough stage of having experienced how that is to be this teacher for some years, I got into a development in which the angels came forward out of themselves and just showed themselves to me like, hey, we want to support you here. And the people that I work with, that is. I was flabbergasted by that, but I accepted. So that's apparently how it goes. You don't need to want to work with angels when you are deep enough in the actual development of things as a teacher. spiritual teacher, then they come to support you. And that's actually logic, because the goal of God currently is to roll out harmonious union consciousness for the people, to make it accessible. So his angels come to assist that, to make it happen. Very logic. It's like the leading edge of divine creation that you can be part of right now if you open yourself for it. And you already feel the call, so just answer it, right? That's the point. So we have one angel of the 72 classic angels of God that wants to help you, and it's angel number 2. And we are going to look in the booklet what this angel stands for. So this angel number 2 seems very foundational, wants to help with the school from the vantage point that we are looking at things today. Oh, that was nice, but not the booklet. I was making a mistake. Because it's actually here. The charitable God, Yolayo. From the angel choir, Seraphim. And the seraphims are purifying all things, associations and qualities, love and wisdom, charitable spirit, fruitfulness of people, animals, and plants, conjugal peace and fidelity, you and your twin flame in marriage, luck in business, protection from those with bad intentions, mediation and conciliation, loyalty, settlement of quarrels and conflicts, tranquility and a harmonious life, conviction and clarity. Well, sounds good to me. It feels to me like a very powerful helper with very basic love and wisdom and marriage sort of, and communication sort of qualities. I don't know, feels very good to me, and to purify that as the function of the choir that this angel is from, the seraphim, to purify you in a very powerful, basic way. Yeah, feels good. I think that is really fitting for the school. Let's get some more angel answers that might fit here. I see this card. Ooh, wait. All right. All right, Archangel Michael. Why do we need to wait? Maybe just to align everything or something, to align everything correctly. Listen to your intuition. When it feels good to start the school, when it feels good to come in. Unlikely. There are things that are not for now. Maybe like other options. Other options are not. You exclude also options when you do this. When you wait and align and step forward in the way, when you feel called, when it is your quality step, you also leave behind what it is not. That's a little bit how it feels to me. Listen to your intuition. Maybe you're just going to learn that too inside the school. That's how it seems to me like. Yeah, that's how it feels to me like. You're going to learn to make this quality judgment in yourself about who your twin flame is, when to act, when to wait, to come in the right kind of flow in which that will be all revealed to you, what that is going to be for you, and to have the faith with the abundance, the divine abundance cards, have the faith to trust this quality judgment. That might also mean a grief. Tears are what happens when the ice of the heart melts. Because some things are not it, unlikely. And these things will be shifted out for you when you participate in the school. And I feel that we're also still talking about what the angel will guide for you, this process. It's like the divine guidance in maturing you in the ability to see what does belong and what does not belong, which is a lesson. So I didn't read this text, so let's read that. Faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. Everything always comes through the process of also letting go of what it is not, and that can mean grief with the tears that start to flow when the ice of the heart melts. And the options that you thought were here, that were actually belonging to the still frozen heart, they start to become clear that these are not the options for you. And that's always sad and difficult. And I had it as well. When I finally started to go in for the real journey, I was on a journey for 2 decades, sort of wandering around, not knowing what I did. And now looking back, I can see that that's not really the journey. That is just you trying to get some clarity as to where to start, but you're not really starting yet. So when I truly started, that's when I committed, invested, went in fully, did not stop until I had it, the harmonious union consciousness with the true twin flame. That's actually when the true journey only started. And my consciousness started to change, and I started to do inner work, the correct inner work that was needed for it. And like 6 months into this experience, after I truly started, I lost a lot of things. Suddenly, I lost this relationship that I thought was maybe the twin flame. I lost the baby that was maybe in my belly, I thought. I lost my cat because she died. I lost a relationship with my mother because I saw that it was all a lie. I lost everything I had. And I started to go deeper. I invested deeper. And that was a result of losing that all, which was like losing everything I had. And that was the moment that I started to be open for the real deal. So that's how it happened for me, through faith. And then the grief came. And then I knew I started a process to know what it was not and what it actually was supposed to be. It was as if I had lived a lesser variant of what I eventually wanted as outcomes of my life. But this wasn't it yet. It was some sort of the stupid version of it that was actually abuse at closer inspection. And you don't want that because you're worth more. You want a true version of a relationship that is the love relationship that functions well, that is about love instead of functions less than bad and is about abuse. Maybe it's a relationship because you drag this person in, but it's not the thing. It's like a lesser version, if you will, of it. Or maybe it's like not at all that, right? And you let that go, that lesser version, and then you make finally space for the true version to come in. And I remembered who my true twin flame was at that moment. I remembered. And I started to go deeper, and I invested more, and I arrived, and I felt love because I was always loved already. The beauty of it, the sheer beauty of it. Everything to thank only Divine Mother for. So this is Divine Mother's deck. She wants to say something because that's what she created for me. One card flew out, so we'll take it. Our Lady of Great Power. What a power she had to break through my resistance, my silliness, my bad choices, my bad versions of what it was absolutely not. And then she broke through and gave me the real deal. My robes from the heavens above. In my sacred feet, the earth spins. In my eyes, the stars of the night sky are born and shine. My hair forms galaxies, and in my heart, many suns burn with divine love. What is there that could be greater than I? I that am all, I that am love. Any fear, any doubt, any problem or concern? I hold you in my being so vast. There is nothing more powerful than I. I am the love that is all that you are. And that's why Divine Mother wins when you finally let go. You let her organize the true version of the ultimate lover, the real deal, the true twin flame, the real family, the true inner work, the true abundance. And what an abundance that is. What a grace, what a gift, what a pleasure, what a relaxation. Oh my gosh. Unending deepness of the relaxation. Yeah. But not like a pushover. Oh no. Oh no. Powerful. Powerful. And now we're going to go to Egypt. So, dear cards, what do you have to say about what we talk about? And about the school? Do you have anything to say about it? Moon Eye. Mystery School of the Left Eye of Horus. The Female Path. I just can't. That is so bang on. Okay. That's exactly what the school is. Because I co create with the Christ Masters, and they are of the male path, the divine masculine path of the mystery school, and I'm of the divine feminine path of the mystery school. And we share that there is a leading edge spirituality added to what that means at this time in the universe, and that is that twin flames can be lived together early in the journey. Do research to what fear or emotion is holding you back in your growth. A fear or a feeling or a dream will become clear to you. Exercise idea. Listen to the voice of your subconscious and train your intuition. For sure, it is a fear that blocks you in your endeavor to go to harmonious twin flame union consciousness and manifest them in the flesh as a relationship. And that block is a fear because there's fear or love. That's all the choices that we have. So the block is a fear, which is an emotion, that's an illusion. And when you get clarity on your fear, things will become clear. Your block will resolve. And your subconscious will marry with your conscious and start to manifest what you already are, the core of your being, which is a twin flame, because that's how you're created, because you're a human being. Moon Eye, mystery school of the left eye of Horus, the divine feminine path. That's what the school is. It is to clear your block of fear so that you find the love through the methodology of the divine feminine side of things, which is not for women. That's not what that means. It means that the methodology through which we work is more energy attuned, is more intuition attuned, is unconscious attuned, the subconsciousness attuned. So it is the mystery school, which is a timeless given. The mystery school plays in the invisible world of spirit. That's where the mystery school lives. Already lives there all the time. This is eternal. It's an eternal flow of wisdom, of light that you can tap into. And sometimes a teacher comes forward in a certain time to open this door through which the mystery school that is forever, eternally in the flow, in the unconscious, starts to come forward in the conscious lived world, in the practical world, and can be lived for some time for a certain group of people that are attracted to it in the flesh, while the true residence of the mystery school remains in the invisible spirit world. Now there comes a translation into the world of flesh and blood that you can consume for a while, for as long as it is here, with a true teacher that had opened that door, that knows what this is about and how to do it, and how to bring it across, that has a methodology to convey this inner knowledge that is always here, that is always flowing. It's timeless, of essence, but brings it forward for the time now for certain people that feel the call. And it's a mystery school door that opens that has also integrated the latest thing that is possible for people on earth now, to integrate the true twin flame in harmonious union early in the journey. And that mystery school is opening. That's just what we're doing here. You can be part of that if you want to. We're going to get a card from the, ooh, there it goes. Here's the card. Spiritual messages in Dutch. If you look through the eyes of love, you will see God in everything. If you look with the eyes, the moon eye of love, you will find God in everything. Oracle of the Roses. Isn't that beautiful? Origin of the rose. Touched by the goddess, not without reason. Call of the soul. Gathering together. Well, this is the call to go to the mystery school. That is not without reason. It is the goddess alive, the wisdom of the goddess brought to earth. It is for people that hear the call. It is for the people that gather to come to the school. It is for the people that want to go to the origin of where the rose comes from. The beautiful, wise, loving rose of Divine Mother's wisdom. That this is for the people that smell the scent of the rose and follow the scent. And say yes to where it came from, to study where the origins are, so that they can study where their origins are, which is they are rooted in their soul, and their soul is rooted in their spirit, and there they are a true twin flame, and have a true twin flame, which is the same. And then you get to live that. That's what it is about. Oh, I saw a card of the, what are they called? Angels of Abundance, I think. All right, is there an angel of abundance that wants to come forward? Conscious consumer, be a conscious consumer, yeah, of the wisdom of Divine Mother. Okay. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you can purchase only that which you need. Well, let's translate that in. It's always great to do something environmentally friendly, but first you need to go to harmonious twin flame union. That is just the priority. And you can be a conscious consumer of what will bring you there. Be a conscious consumer of what will bring you there. Because not all twin flame schools are equal. Not all people that bring something forward that is called mystery school actually have the mystery school. Not all people that talk about the words twin flame know what they are talking about. Most don't, for all these categories. And that's just very unfortunate and very sad and very troubling. It's really troubling me. It's really hurting me a lot because you are being misguided. And that hurts me. It makes me angry for you. So that you know. All right. So be a conscious consumer, make a conscious choice of where you think the mystery school really is that has the updated twin flame teaching in it as well. Okay, so we have the master magician that is now going to say something. Okay. Image. Source of life, divine nurturance and support, primordial mother, undivided, primal waters, primal trust and nourishment, receptivity and self love. Well, there is she, divine mother again. You can recognize the place where there is a true resource as a conscious consumer because divine mother is there, which is clearly one imprint only. If you can recognize that, many people cannot, but I say it nevertheless. Imish represents the root source of life, the nurturance and support of primary being, and without it are found the primal waters of unity. This is where your deepest roots receive true nourishment. Imish is the energy of form contained within the formlessness of the primordial sea. It represents the receptive vibration in which sound, light, ecstasy, time, space, and form were born. It is the primal spiral of creation, whose face can be seen as the primordial mother in the sacred union with the spiral of God. The gift of Imish is the power of birthing, the potential of becoming what you already are, and the offer of sustenance, support, and cradling energy after your emergence. Imish represents the strong, protective parent who nurtures the divine child through the power of devotion, the loving support that results from receptivity and primal trust. In the shadow of Imish are found issues of trust. This can appear as a lack of basic trust in the source to nurture you and provide what is needed for your journey. Perhaps you do not trust in life's transformational process to bring you the perfect lessons and gifts required for your growth. Primal trust implies the understanding that there are no mistakes and no victims, only lessons, gifts, and growth processes on the way to perceiving your wholeness. If you perceive that there are no mistakes, as you move towards wholeness, then learning to trust the transformational process becomes much easier. The harmonic wisdom that Emish embodies is frequency, or the basic rate at which something vibrates. We had a lot of these vibrational cards in the beginning with the eternity symbol, which is thus also a symbol of Divine Mother. Emish is the foundation of movement in much the same way that the bass note of a chord is the foundation for sound. It represents the energy of the prime mover, the stirring of the source of being. This energy is representative of the creator and restorer of the vibratory pattern of perfection in all living things. Image represents the underlying hum or drone that calls every living thing back into primal harmony, much as a bar magnet draws iron filings into perfect alignment with its energy field. Emish is the great mystery in the form of vibration. With Emish, with Emish, there is no trying. You need only align and attune yourself in meditation with its basic frequency to restore the pattern of perfection in your life. And that is what the school is all about for you. Very impressed. We are going to find an energy point card of the 9-point energy system that I created together with the Divine Mother. It's inside you and in the universe too. And it is card 9, which is above your head. It is like the sword that cleaves through. Is that the right expression in English? Your entire energy field down to earth. It's the divine spark from above that will move through your entire being down so that you are connected from heaven to earth and back. And we'll close it off with a card or cards from the Golden Tarot. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. I have no words, even though I said a lot of them. Just the sheer power of Divine Mother comes through so much. Oh my gosh. I became surrendered to her in such an all-consuming process. It's so beautiful. And because it really is like rolled out now, unwinded for me now, I can look back and see in awe how she did that for me and through me. I'm in awe. I can't wait to find how she will do that for you. Because if there's one thing that I've seen is that everyone that connects with me now, because Divine Mother comes through me and transformed me, everyone that comes to me that truly connects with me gets their harmonious twin flame union so easily these days. It's really, everyone just goes there. Everyone. I've seen it all the time. Because you connect through me with that source of Divine Mother. And that is just like this unreal process through me. But I mean, what is it going to do to you? Well, I've only seen one thing, and that is that it works on you so that your consciousness will align to where you will find twin flame success real soon. And it works all the time for everyone. It's amazing. But we of course always need to work with making your resistance towards it undone, right? 10 of coins. This card represents a tree of abundant coins, pentacles, abundance that becomes available in this garden, this walled garden that is the soul, where we gather around Divine Mother that is reading from the book because she's teaching us in this walled garden where we gather to play with art, with fruit, with abundance. And Divine Mother will teach us from her book of wisdom in the walled garden, which is a symbol for the soul. And there we will find that she will pass on in this movement that feels like from generation to generation, which is actually generations of magicians that are attuned to Divine Mother, that initiate each other from generation of generation. This wisdom, this abundance is being passed on. That's what this card means. It's a card of the school itself that is the sort of underground, unconscious presence of the mystery school that is always here. And it got a new branch to bloom in the world right now. It's creating it right now, where she can give to you. And that's what this card fully means. And you will receive that inheritance because you have a right to it, because you are it. You're part of it already, and now you're going to claim your inheritance. You will find yourself soon enough playing with your twin flame in this walled garden where all the abundance is. Because you are the union. You are the union relationship. That's what your identity is. Listening to Divine Mother read from the book. That's what will happen to you soon enough. And that's where we will leave it for today. Stay tuned this fall because the school is closer by than you think. You can start up, if you like, with doing twin flame meditation this fall. You can choose Wednesdays or Thursdays. And until upcoming Monday is at the end of the day in my time zone, Amsterdam, which is also the end of September, you can still get it for an enormously amazing deal. This whole series of twin flame meditations of 11 times this entire fall. And that brings you in the heart space, that brings you in the heart healing. That then gets a follow-up in that the school, in that group course also will open soon enough. It's a beautiful preparation for it. But if you just would love to have some energy healing of the heart for this fall and some time for yourself in the middle of the week to relax, then it is also a great option. So should you feel for that, link is below, and I will see you upcoming Wednesday or Thursday because that's when we start. All right. More options are also below. When you've come all the way here in the video, let me know by giving me as answer below in the comments 2 flames. What about that? 2 flames. The twin flame. or the word flame when you can't find your emoticons. Or flames, also good. All right. I hope to see you soon in the meditation or in our Facebook group or otherwise, or Ask Your Strategy session, of course. And yeah, of course, also next week in a new episode of Twin Flame Abundance Live. Love from Petra.